this is our 7th weekly vlog in our 2018 vlog series. If you watched last week, you know we're at Myrtle Beach. It's not for a fun trip, it's for more housework, but we did sneak down to the beach for super quick. We're seriously gonna be here like 5 minutes, but we gotta look at the ocean. I mean, you just have to. We didn't get to the last time we were here because it was so bitterly cold, but definitely gotta check it out today. This weather is absolutely amazing. It is in the mid to upper 70s, but to me it feels like 80, I guess, because it's been so cold for the winter. It almost feels hot. It's amazing. All right, that was probably the shortest visit to the ocean ever. We seriously were there like 5 minutes, but I just had to see it this trip, and that's all I have time for because
it's like 75 degrees today.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's so amazing. But I have to work today, so that's why we don't have a lot of time, and we're actually going home tomorrow morning, so this was the only chance to get to see the ocean. We're riding down Ocean Boulevard, and Brian thought a hotel had got demolished, but we just passed it, and unless there's two versions of it, it was not demolished. But we wanted to see it if it had been demolished, but it wasn't. And I was shocked that they would demolish it because it was a nice hotel, so apparently that was not true, or like he said, maybe there's two of them. I don't know. There's breakers two, so there are two breakers because we already passed one. So all this you're seeing right up here is breakers, and it looks like they are doing construction down there, so I guess that's what got demolished. Since the last time we parked on this side, they have a brand new sign for the Pavilion area. We are at Broadway at the beach.
Come on in.
And we're gonna do a quick walk around. Just to get some exercise in on this gorgeous day, and then I gotta go back to work. Looks like the Caterpillar style ride is getting a little refurbishment during the off season.
They put the canopy on.
Yeah, it used to have a canopy.
This one never did though.
I don't know. It looks just like the kind that do, but yeah, I don't know. This weather is amazing. I wish I could bottle it. You want this weather every day. Every day. Brian just noticed a brand new Pearl Harbor sign on the side of the aquarium right over here, and they're actually putting it up right now. So we're hoping maybe that's the new exhibit for this year. It would be really cool. They usually rotate this one exhibit in and out, but not every year. Sometimes they keep it a couple of years, so this would be cool. I'm representing Disney Intellectual Properties today. I've got my Rogue One t-shirt on, and the music's really loud here, and I've got my Figment backpack on today. This new building right next to Dragon's Lair Golf that we've been showing you on our weekly vlogs, looks like they're definitely making progress now. It looks like it's fully enclosed, well, except for the front and the doors, but looks like they've got it walled in now. Still, we'll go around to the front, but I still don't think there's any signs yet. And the poor big 3D, which was sort of like an IMAX, it still has no takers. I'm hoping something will move in there.
Well, I noticed the Carmike back here flipped over to AMC. They still have the Carmike symbol, but flipped to AMC, so I wonder that's why they jumped that.
Oh, it could be, yeah, because this was owned by Carmike, right?
Yep.
Here's a better shot of this from the front. It's really big because there's another big building behind it there. Very large. Right here, there used to be a little motion ride on a small scale, and Brian kept saying, I don't know how they're gonna compete with the new place because it's right here. So he was right about that, because we've heard this is gonna be a 40 motion theater type attraction. What's really bizarre is we were here just a month and a half ago, or actually less than that, it was like a month and a week ago, and it was bitterly cold. I mean, that's why our pipe froze and burst. And by the way, if you're new to our vlogs, that's why we're down here. A pipe froze and burst in our house a while back. They've been doing repairs, and so we're here to look at the repairs. But this weather is just amazing. It's quite a contrast to the last time we were here. Oh, he's gonna stay. He's hoping we have food. Man, is this nice. Look at this. Wow, so pretty today. There's a pretty kitty. It's a Broadway kitty. Looks like they've also added this bench under this little, I don't know, awning or gazebo type thing, and it says Paradise. That's pretty neat. We don't have time for a full tour today, but we are gonna pop in and just look for that new exhibit that we saw them putting the sign up about, the Pearl Harbor exhibit. It looks like it is open. How exciting.
High temperature today expected.
About that?
I was really impressed. I mean, we only spent probably 5
less than 5. Let's say less than 5.
We're short on time.
Yeah.
We need to get back, but we will come back and definitely read everything. There's lots of stuff to read and do in there.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have it on a future vlog in much more detail, but I wanted to get little pictures up just so you could get an idea of what it looks like. That's way better than the last exhibit.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably on line with the Titanic. They used to have a Titanic. That was really good. This looks on par with that. And it is busy in here today. Margaritaville has a pretty funny sign up. No working during drinking hours. I know I showed the new floors on last week's vlog, on the last day, right when we got here in the evening, and it was dark so they were harder to see, but here's what the new floors look like. I think we're both pleased with the floors, just not the state the house was in otherwise. But the floors I think look really good, and I'm even pleased with the color because the only thing I don't like is it doesn't look great with the step. That's a real piece of wood there, and it never did actually match even our other floors, but they're pretty dramatically different now, but that's all right. Not that big of a deal. And then what I'm really pleased about though is it really coordinates well with our cabinetry. The red, I don't know how well it shows up on video, but there's red in the floor and it picks up the color of our cabinetry. The downside, and this is what we're not happy about, there's already scrapes on the floor. I know they're hard to see with the camera, but where they moved the fridge, it's all scratched up. Where they moved our furniture, it's all scratched up. And then the walls, just all the way around, I could pan everywhere where you see the painter's tape. There's either gouges or marks on the walls. And then they need to recaulk all of the baseboards. There's gaps pretty much everywhere. So we're gonna be back at least 1 or 2 more times because of this. I asked Brian what he wanted for his birthday, and he said nothing. And then he bought himself this cookie. So I think he did want something. And it wasn't even on sale. He got it yesterday when we first got into town. He loves these big cookies. He always has. I used to get him one every year, but this year he did say, don't buy me anything.
Whatever.
All right, so this is our sad little hovel here where we're in the guest bedroom watching TV, sitting on a chair again. The downstairs is still in such a disarray. We don't want to move stuff back down because they're going to have to move it all again. Yes, but the guy did come by, the supervisor, and so they're going to, he's super nice, and so they're going to take care of everything next week. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We are in the country on our way home. It is now Saturday morning, and Brian was laughing about that place I just filmed. We're really in the middle of nowhere because of the detour we had to take on the way down. If you saw last week's vlog, we put it in Google Map this time to get a better way and not have to go through that detour because that seemed way out of the way. So it is taking us a different way. It does know about the detour, but we are really in the boonies. Like Brian was like, can you imagine living here? Like, because it's, I mean, just look at it. It is just nothing. Well, farmland, but I mean, very sparsely populated. So he was laughing about that place back there. It's like the only place to get breakfast, so it's packed. Like it was packed with cars, and it's like 7 a.m. Very pretty sunrise. It's interesting sky and cloud pattern this morning. Brian just said you know you've arrived in the boonies when you see signs for high-speed internet with it's basically a satellite. There's no other option. Hey guys, we are back home and it feels good to be home. I was talking to Brian in the car, I was like, why is it not fun to be there? Because it's still the beach when the house is, you know, not where it should be. And he said, well, because we're kind of hiding in the guest room, because we are. All our furniture downstairs is still, you know, not back the way it should be, and we can't move it yet because they're going to paint, and so we have stuff piled upstairs. So yeah, it's just, I guess that's what it is. It's just not as comfortable. But I think part of it to me too is looking around and just seeing things not done kind of bothers me. I don't know. I guess I'm like overly, I don't know what that's called, but you know, I want to see things nice. I don't want to see them in a bad state. But anyway, regardless, I'm happy to be home. And so it's still Saturday, because we actually came back really early this morning, so we have almost a whole day. It's afternoon now, it's 12:20, and I went to the grocery store, unpacked, did laundry, cooked. So I've been really busy since we've been back, but now it is relaxation time, and I don't really plan to do anything in particular. Maybe, you know, watch some TV, maybe do some stuff on the computer, maybe play a video game. I don't know, we'll see. But it's gonna be something low-key, I'll tell you that. Good morning, it's Sunday morning, and sorry, you're gonna have to look at Brian and not me because I haven't gotten ready yet. I haven't had my shower, but...
I got my face on.
Yeah, you got your face on. I do not have my face on. But Brian's making his lunch salads. I need to do that later. He's also boiling some eggs to put on his salads. But what's really interesting this morning is how it looks outside. It's really weird. It's foggy. I mean, like really foggy. It's like, looks like a haunted house type fog going on. I don't know how well it shows up, but I know it looks kind of blue on the screen, but pretty foggy. Now I have my face on and I'm all ready, and I've also done a ton of chores this morning. Lots of stuff. I've been super busy. Feels good to have that stuff done. I planned to do it yesterday since we came back so early from the beach, but I was really tired when we got back. Brian and I were talking about that today. I'm still tired today. We think it's just the stress of the situation, and I'm not trying to say we have a really bad situation. I know we're lucky and it could have been worse, and there's also far worse things than what happened, meaning health, loved ones, all that. But regardless, it's stressful. It is. The whole thing's stressful. You know, if it had gone smoother, it wouldn't have been as stressful. It does feel good to have the other non-flood related repair done though. That was the reason we had to go and be there on a Friday, because that repair person would not come on a weekend. And it was part of a contract, so I mean, we couldn't use someone else or whatever. So that is done, and it feels good to have that done. So it was a productive trip, but it was a tiring trip. And so it feels good to be home. It feels good to have the stuff done that I finally did get done this morning, and I should now be able to relax the rest of the day. And it has turned into a gorgeous day, and unlike yesterday with the rain and the cold, it's actually supposed to be in the upper 60s today, I think, and for the next foreseeable future, either 60s or 70s for the high and sunny. Really great forecast. Hey guys, it's Monday, and just got back from work. Brian did not have to work today, lucky guy. It's President's Day today, so happy President's Day belated. And they completely missed the forecast today, but luckily I still wore warmer stuff because I don't trust the weather this time of the year. It was supposed to be, I think like high 50s, almost 60, and it barely broke 50 today. But more than that, it was overcast and dreary and drizzly, so it was cold. Like when I walked today, it was 41. So definitely a chilly day. Glad I wore layers, that's all I have to say. Tonight, I'm actually going to be on the WDW Main Street podcast. Judith and I are going to be on there to talk about the drink offerings for the Flower and Garden Festival. If you listen to their podcast, they've already covered the food. Now they want to cover the drinks. And both Doug and John on the podcast are mostly beer drinkers, although I know Doug drinks some wine. Judith's a wine drinker and I'm more of a cocktail drinker, so they felt like we would round out the discussion, I guess. So that should come out before this video, and if it does, I will link it below in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. Hey guys, it's Tuesday and the weather is amazing. This is that weather you want to bottle. I mean, it's a little humid today, not complaining. It was like in the mid 70s and the sun came out and it was gorgeous. And it was so funny, I actually tweeted about this. Every runner came out because I guess they've been on the treadmill all winter or most of the winter. And so it was so funny because all winter I've been walking, maybe passing like one person, two people tops, and usually other walkers. I guess it just hurts your lungs too much if it's, you know, if you're running, plus you have that issue where you're either too hot or you're too cold. But walking, I can just, you know, bundle up in layers and I'm fine. I mean, I don't enjoy it when it's bitter cold, but I can do it. So it was hilarious today. There were so many runners out when I was out today at lunch. But the rest of the week's supposed to be gorgeous, gorgeous. This is February. This is actually unusual for February, so I will take it. Also, I got some fun Disney mail today, and I also came home to something else interesting on my dining room table. I did not get this coaster in the mail, sadly. That's something I bought, but got this, you know, card from Disney, a little piece of artwork. We used to get these all the time. Then when we started running DVC, I feel like we kind of stopped getting these, and now we got one. Oh yeah, that's right, because we didn't rent DVC, so I guess that is the pattern. When we rent DVC, even though the reservation's in our name, we don't seem to get one of these, but when we go to pop, like we did that last trip, we do. So there we go. It's fun. And also came home to this monstrosity. I mean, I'm not even sure, like, here's my hand for reference. It's huge, some type of game. So I'm assuming Brian got this out because we'll be playing it this weekend. Good early morning. It is Wednesday. Wish it was Thursday. I was about to say it's Thursday. It's not. It's Wednesday. That's a bummer. And both of us couldn't sleep last night for various reasons, and so we ended up getting up super early this morning. Both of us wanted to get some chores done since we weren't sleeping anyway, and just get that out of the way so we didn't have to do it later. So we did that, but Brian went ahead and went in. I'm not going to go in super early because it's only 6 now. And so I decided just to make breakfast because I usually, as you guys know, we batch cook. I usually have some type of batched breakfast of some kind or something that I take with me to work. Because I go in so early, I don't usually like to eat this early because I eat lunch kind of late because I walk during my lunch and then eat while I'm working in the afternoon. So I usually don't like to eat this early, but I thought, you know, this will save one of my batch cooking, you know, pieces. And so I reheated some. Now the potatoes were batch cooked. Those were previously roasted fingerling potatoes and a couple of eggs. So it's kind of nice to have a nice, we usually only do this on the weekend, so it's kind of cool to have this morning. And then I'm actually going to go upstairs and work on our headers. I realize they're like sorely out of date for like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We've been trying to go more with our logo and less with, you know, less with the, like right now they all have a Disney monorail behind it, which is awesome. I love the monorail, love Disney. And as you know, we do mostly Disney stuff, but we've been trying to sort of more genericize, you know, I've talked about that before, and just have our logo. And you guys overwhelmingly voted for the font that was on the Epcot shirt, which is the one that I preferred, so great. I just want to make sure it wasn't just me, but that's the one I like too. And so I'm gonna slowly convert everything to that font and just our logo and our name and not the Disney picture in the background. And also there's an old Disney font. It looks sort of like Walt handwriting on there, which is again cool, but I wanna sort of get our own, whatever we're gonna use, which I think I'm gonna stick with that font that you guys liked. I just wanna get that on there. So that's what I'm gonna work on this morning till it's time to go to work. I won't have much time. I probably won't finish any of them, but I at least wanna get started on it. Hey guys, it's now Thursday, later in the day after work, and it was amazing today. It was almost 80 degrees, and for February, that's crazy here. January and February are usually our coldest months of the year. So for it to be in the 80s is just crazy. I would say the average high is probably in the 50s this time of the year. And not only that, it's supposed to be almost 80 for 5 days in a row. I will take it. Very excited about that. So, it was actually a good day just because of that, because I walked at lunch like I always do, and it's so much nicer when the weather's like this. I mean, it is kind of hot, 80's kind of hot to walk in, but I prefer that to freezing and being miserable. And you know, if you're used to walking or running or anything outside when it's cold, you just know it's just not that fun. It's just not. It's not fun being too hot either, but this is just that perfect, to me, perfect weather. And I actually got some sun. I don't know if you can see it, but I wasn't expecting that because it's February, and I'm not burned, it's just a little pink, but I was kind of shocked to see that I actually got sun. So oops. I usually wear sunscreen or carry a umbrella once it gets more into the warmer weather, since I walk right at lunchtime, which is, you know, peak sun. But I figured this time of the year that wouldn't be an issue, but apparently it is. So tonight I'm gonna make a couple of salads for the rest of the work week. I make 3 on Sunday, and then I make 2 on Wednesday for the rest of the week, because they just don't last a full week. They get kind of ick after the 3rd day. So gotta make those tonight. And then I'm gonna be cooking some fish. I'm gonna cook some snapper for dinner tonight. And I think that's gonna be about it. And this morning I actually did manage to get our YouTube header changed out. At least one down, and I still have Facebook and Twitter to go, but you know, progress, I'll take it. So if I have time this evening after I get some of the food stuff done, I'm gonna go see if I can knock 1 or more of those out. Here's how this snapper turned out. I cooked it with some capers and lemon juice. And then these are fried green tomatoes, and before you ask me where I got fresh ones this time of the year, those are left over from the last time you saw me make those, which was months ago. They've been in the freezer and they got lost in the back of the freezer. And some rice with lemon and pepper, and then some fresh kiwi. Hey guys, it's Thursday, also known as Friday Eve, and I am so glad about that. Today seemed like an incredibly long day, and it feels like it's been a long week. Maybe it feels this way every week, probably does, but I'm glad it's over, almost. 1 more work day. Tomorrow will be nice though, because I'm working from home because they're installing some blinds and window treatments, and they said it would take like several hours. I don't understand why. I think Brian and I could put them up quicker than that. Maybe they just overestimate, I don't know, but in any case, I'm working from home in case it does take a long time. We're not getting anything fancy. We're just replacing ones that are not functioning anymore, or that have are falling apart. Like we have some that are literally disintegrating from just the sun beating on them for so long. So just getting those changed out. So they're coming tomorrow. So I'll be working from home, which will be the start of next week's vlog. But that's gonna wrap up this week's weekly vlog. Nothing exciting going on tonight other than us moving furniture and stuff, getting ready for them. So I'm gonna sign off, but as always, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Until our next adventure.